Today I will interview Miss Meusel, the principal of Herman Intermediate. Now, Miss Meusel, why do you want to be a principal?
I always wanted to be a principal when I looked and saw what other principals and teachers were doing and thought, I can do that. And maybe I want to try and do it a little bit differently. So that's what made me want to go and try it.
Did you want to be a principal?
I actually worked in industry, high-tech industry, for 10 years before I went into education. So I didn't always want to be a principal. I didn't know I wanted to go into education until I had my first child.
So at Herman Intermediate, there's a no-touch policy. Why did you do that?
We have a no touching policy here at Herman, and we've had it for the last 5 years to make sure that everyone's safe. Because when we allowed students to hug or hold hands, or there used to be a thing called birthday bashing, students would get hurt and it would get taken to the next level. And so in order to make sure everyone was safe and that no one took it too far, we instituted no touching at all. That way, if everyone knew you couldn't push your friend, even if they were your friend, because then the friend gets upset and pushes you back, and the next thing you know, you're fighting with your friend. So in order to keep it safe, we just have no touching.
Did you make that policy?
Mrs. Hank Pacheco, the principal before me, when I was the assistant principal here, made that policy, and I continued it.
So did anyone inspire you to be a principal?
My mom was a very good teacher, and she was a principal for 7 years, and she went back to the classroom. She found that she wanted to be a teacher more than being a principal, so she was one person who inspired me. And my principal at John Muir Middle School, Shannon McGee, was a fabulous principal. She's actually the person who told me I should be a principal, and she inspired me. I wanted to be like her because teachers and students really liked her.
Do you think you're good as her?
I hope I'm as good as her. I don't know.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
Oh, why do you like it?
It's all about burning books and how books are dangerous to society. And so it's a whole science fiction story about what the world would be like if we banned books, if books were illegal. And so it's a really interesting book. And if you haven't read it, you should read it. You'll probably read it your sophomore year in high school.
Okay, so did you dislike any childhood principals or teachers?
I didn't really know my principals. I didn't pay too much attention to them. But I went to Herman, this is my junior high, and the assistant principal, Mrs. Baker, she was really mean when I was here. Everybody was afraid of her.
What about teachers?
I had a great teacher here at Herman, Mr. Knight. He used to teach social studies. He retired 5 years ago when I started teaching here. He was fantastic. He used to have us do the neatest projects, really cool projects. He had us argue one year if Christopher Columbus was real and did he really discover America. He would put historical people on trial and we would argue for or against the historical people. So he made learning really fun. He's the reason I went into teaching.
Oh, so you were a teacher here?
I was a teacher here. I taught for 5 years at John Muir Middle School, 6th grade core, and then I was a drama teacher. Then I moved to Sobrato High School in Morgan Hill, and I was the yearbook and English teacher. And then I came to Herman and taught cooking and language arts here at Herman before I became the assistant principal and then the principal. So I've been around here for a while.
Did everyone like you when you were a teacher?
No, I think some kids thought I was mean.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Meusel.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for the interview, Miss Meusel.